section, we are going to start with identification of coordinates. That means if I give you the graph formula like this, x is equal to no y is equal to 2x. With respect to the change of x, y also changing. Okay, these are discrete statistics. Okay, with respect to the change of x, the y also, that is also continually changing. And if I give you the x value as -1, what would be the y value? How can we find that? Because that's why we need this graph formula. We need this graph formula. The sorry, in this formula, to plot the graph for this particular formula, what do you need to do is, if the x value is known, you should substitute that x value in this formula to find respective y coordinate. We know y is equal to 2 times of x. Since we know the x value at this point as -1, 2 times of, instead of x, substitute -1. 2 times of -1, it would be -2. Likewise, next point, when x is 0, what would be the point belongs to y? 2 times of x. So 2 should be multiplied with 0. It will produce 2 times of 0, it would be 0. 0 multiplied with any numbers except 0, that will give you 0. Then next point is +1. 2 times of x. So 2 multiplied with +1, it will give you +2. Okay, we have totally 3 points, 3 coordinates, not points, 3 coordinates. How to write the coordinates? Inside the bracket, it is called as parenthesis. Inside this, first denote the x coordinate, -1, then y coordinate, -1 and -2. That would be the first coordinate to plot. Second, x coordinate is 0. At that moment, y would be also 0 as well. When x is +1, y would be +2. By using these data, we can plot this data in our graph. So that's why you should plan your axis. Okay, let's do that part as well. To plan the axis, in x-axis, what is the minimum value? What is the maximum value? X values are starting from -1, end up at +1. Starting from -1 to +1. That is enough with our x-axis. In y-axis, we need starting from -2 to the maximum would be +2. Until that, you should plan your axis. These are discrete variable. That's why with the change of x, y is also changing correspondingly too. Hereafter, the major thing is you have to plan your axis. In x-axis, we have to start from -1 to +1. You have to plot the axis. Okay. This is our x-axis. The minimum value we need in x-axis, it is -1, and thereafter 0. The maximum value we need, that is +1. Okay, that is all about our horizontal x-axis. This is our x-axis. In y-axis, the minimum value we need was -2, 0, and maximum value we need, that was +2. Y-axis would be the vertical axis. Okay, this is our y-axis. Starting from -2, -2, -1, 0 is here, and +1. Even though we do not want +1 and -1 values, you should plot that one, because -2 and +2 we cannot plot only exact those points only. So we need to draw the intermediate values as well in our graph. +2. This would be our y-axis. Before starting to draw the graph, okay, the straight line graph, you should plan your axis. What is the minimum value required in our x-axis? What would be the maximum value in x-axis? Starting from -1, 0, 1. Okay, this is the limited graph. In y-axis, minimum is -2, maximum is +2. Up to that, you have to plan your graph and label them as x-axis and y-axis. Now let's come to the next part. To plot the exact coordinate in this Cartesian coordinate plane. This is called as Cartesian coordinate plane. In this, we are going to mark these 3 coordinates. first coordinate is negative 2 and negative 1 and negative 2. Negative 1 and negative 2 in through x-axis negative 1, through y-axis negative 2. So this would be the coordinate. And second one, in small cross you can use. If not, you can use a small dot as well. Both are suitable. Next coordinate 0, 0. Okay, this would be the location now. 0, 0 coordinate. Next coordinate 1, 2. 1, 2. Okay. We have plotted our coordinates as well. By using a straight line ruler, you have to connect all these points to produce this particular graph. The name of this created straight line graph, it is y equals to 2x, because we gathered the data from y equals to 2x graph now. After finding everything, we have plotted our y equals to 2x straight line graph in the Cartesian plane success. The next graph, it would be y equals to 3x. This is the given data. Y equals to not 3x. Let's make it as y equals to x. This would be the graph. So by using this data, we are going to find the corresponding coordinates. The x coordinates were given negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, 2. These are the allocated x coordinates. By using them, we have to find the corresponding y coordinates as well. It is not a difficult task. It is simple, because if the y x is equals to y, look at this. From the graph equation, we got the idea that x is equals to y. If the x is negative 2, y also negative 2. X is negative 1, y also negative 1. X is 0, y also 1, x is 1 by 1, x 2, y 2. Thereafter, let's mark the coordinates. Negative 2, negative 2. First x coordinate, thereafter y coordinate. Then negative 1, negative 1. Next one would be 0, 0. Then 1, 1. 2, 2. Okay. So I will extend this axis little bit for my further graph formation. So the minimum value in our x-axis is negative 2, maximum is positive 2. Minimum is negative 2, negative 1, 0, positive 1, positive 2. That is enough in our x-axis. In y-axis also, minimum value is negative 2, maximum value is positive 2. X-axis and y-axis. We just plan and executed our axis formation. Thereafter, we need to plot our data. Negative 2 and negative 2. That would be the first coordinate, negative 2 and negative 2. And thereafter, negative 1 and negative 1. 0, 0. 1, 1. 2, 2. Okay, that's all about the. We just mark all of our coordinates in the Cartesian plane. Thereafter, by using our straight line ruler, you should connect all these points to produce y equals to x graph. Okay. This would be our graph. The name of this graph is y equals to a x. Y equals to x, because we just gathered the data from y equals to x graph. If x is negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1 and 2 respectively, y are also same. Then we just analyzed and marked all of our coordinates and planning of our Cartesian coordinate plane. Thereafter, mark your coordinates, connect all of them by using a straight line ruler to produce the straight line graph for y equals to x. That's all for